Hello class, I hope you're having a good Monday. You may have noticed we don't have a live class today, and that's for a couple reasons. Number one, my darn mic hasn't arrived from Amazon yet, but we could have teleconferenced in. I chose not to because I noticed that of the 250 of you in the class, only 90 of you have submitted the assignment that was due Friday. And that tells me a couple things. We do have about 30 students who were just registered in the class in the last week. So that's pretty understandable. But also, that leaves about 120 of you, 130 of you, who still haven't turned it in, which tells me that maybe we need more time as a class. So I'm giving you today, if you haven't done it, to get it turned in. It shouldn't take too long. It is a large assignment. Part 2 is very large compared to, say a quiz that you might take in a math class. But it is the only major assignment you've had due this semester. So like I said, I don't give you busy work. I try not to waste your time or mine. Any assignment that I assign is going to be something that's going to give you a chance to show me what you've learned. So keep that in mind. Show me what you've learned. Use quotes from the text and you should be in pretty good shape. I'm going to use this video also to introduce our upcoming unit. You guys know we've been reading memoirs. Now we're going to take a shot at writing some memoirs. So I'm going to show you here our whiteboard. If you can see it with the light glaring off of it, we're writing memoirs. And for the beginning, for planning our memoir, there are 2 steps that I want you to follow. The assignment outlines these pretty well. The first is to choose a memory, a first, a last, a new, an old, or an introduction. So that means like the first time you brought home a pet, or the first time you tried a new food, a last goodbye to maybe a lost loved one, although you'll want to narrow that down to a specific moment. A new school, perhaps your first class in a new school, narrow that down to a specific moment too. A new pair of shoes that maybe were just your dream come true, something new. An old, like an old friend that you remember having a fun experience with them. Narrow that down to a specific moment as well. Or maybe an introduction, the first time you remember meeting somebody who ended up being really important in your life. These are all good categories to use when you're trying to figure out what you want to write about. Once you've picked that, I want you to break it down. Who was there? What happened? Where did the event take place? When did it occur? Not just, how old you were, but what time of year. Include details like that if they're relevant. And then why did it happen? Not necessarily, because I made this choice, but maybe why was it meaningful in your life and why did you choose it as well? You do have some time to work on this in class this week. But I want you to be thinking and I want you to get started, especially if you're already done with the Part 2 assessment for Unit 1. So let me know what questions you have. I'm excited to see what stories you guys come up with. It's always so fun to read these and to get a little glimpse into why we are the way that we are as individuals. So have an awesome Monday and I'll see you in class tomorrow.